we have, first of all, if you don't know what this is a 1v1 tournament. Basically, it's a best of 3. You have to pick 3 different classes to play on. Also, if there's on the audio or visual option issues, just let me know, because this is a different setup that I had to run very quickly. So you have to pick 3 different classes. You can play whichever you feel like first, but if you win your first round, you have to switch classes. The loser has to stay on that class as well. So normally, people will be probably going for their favourite class, because even if they lose, they can still win maybe the second round, because that player that they're against has gone for their weaker class maybe on the second round as well. So it's a very interesting tournament. It can bring comebacks into the tournament as well. It's going to be very interesting to see what Spocker runs. I wonder if this is Condi. This is going to be very interesting. We will go through these builds as well. I'll go through this very quickly. Engineer, obviously you guys know I play Engineer quite a lot. He's going to be going for Condi Pistol, Screw Hammer, Screw Scrapper. He's just going to be going full ham and does not care. This is Apocalypse. He's going for a Criphion. This is the Engineer. Okay. Rune of Balthazar, Viper. Balthazar obviously used to be a favourite for the Condi build as well. Let's just have a look what Sigils is going for. Doom and Geomancy there as well. Of course, going for Inventions and Alchemy. That comes with pretty much every single build you have. Getting rid of Condi with that HEH, of course. Alchemical Tinctures and whatnot. And then he's going for Firearms for the Incendiary Powder there to grab that extra burning when he does crits. So that's very, very powerful. Extra Condi damage with precision there. And increased condition duration with his pistol skills. So good stuff. Okay. I'm adminning. I forgot that I'm adminning because it's in my arena. We're going to start this one. I'm just going to quickly go over to Spocker. So you're going to have to remind me that I'm adminning sometimes. Fire, Earth, and Arcane there. And it's going to be Sage, Amulet, Power, Vitality, Healing, Power, Damage of the condition kinds. Not much crit, obviously, but he's going for Rune of the Crate, a favourite rune for lots of people in Condi builds, including Warrior and whatnot that we used to see. And we're going to see how well they're both going to do. This is going to be both Condi builds as well. And he's going for Dagger Focus here. Of course, Focus gives Obsidian Flesh. Very, very nice defensive capability. He's going for a couple of Signets here, as well as the utility there. The Elite Skill Glyph of Elementals. So we're going to see how much damage comes out for these boys. This is going to be very interesting, because I have not seen the Condi Ellie for ages. And this is something that Wooden Potatoes even has been playing in solo queue, as far as I know as well. So let's see how we go. Swirling Winds coming up from the Elementalist. Knocks down the Engineer there actually as well. He uses his Elixir Gun to Acid Bomb out there. Doesn't get any real damage with that. Stacking amount of burning onto the onto the Engineer at the moment. He needs to gain some HP back ASAP. Elixir S pops up as well. I don't believe he used his heal before his 25% proc on his heal through Inventions. And he needs to really keep away from him at the moment. He's not really doing a great job of kiting. He needs to use his heal. Fails, unfortunately. And he does go down in the end. If you know you're going to get bursted down, I mean, he actually came very close. Spocker was very, very low. If he just managed his heal a little bit, maybe unexpected amount of... I'm going to say unexpected amount of burst. Not really. But maybe to him... the amount of Condi damage that came onto him through that build actually was unexpected, and he couldn't get his heal off in time, unfortunately. So the Engineer stays. The Elementalist has to change. That would have been interesting to see more. I was expecting the Engineer to do a little bit better than that, but okay. Unfortunate there. Just needs to make sure. See. Oh no, he's not even got it. I wouldn't be going for this. I'll be going for automated medical response if I was him, but unfortunately that's not what he's going for. And that's what I was talking about, the 25% proc to gain his heal back again. So that's really important in this build specifically as well. In any build, really, I would say this is better than this. Huh, interesting. Especially if he's going to get bursted. Like, those 2 heals are going to be so influential. Can I whisper him? Is that cheating? I can't do that. But, you know, it happens at times where, you know, there's maybe some more obvious things that could be used in specific situations, but choosing to not go for the extra heal, which is very beneficial. He's not lacking damage. He can definitely go for that. So, okay. We are waiting for the other player to come in. I will change the score as well. It's going to be 1-0 to Blue, and that's going to be 1-0 to Spoka. So congratulations thus far. If you want to check out the brackets for the tournament, just put !brackets into the chat and you can find out exactly what's going on. This is a round of 16 game. We actually had 19 people signing up. We had 1, 2, 3... We had 11 people in the end, but the tournament did get a bit of a late start. So normally, most of those people will be actually coming up as well. Okay. Just waiting to start the game and we'll be getting this over and done with. Well, not over and done with. I really miss casting. Casting is something, wow, it was difficult to spell bracket, apparently. Oh dear. Okay, he's just changing up his build and we'll be ready to go. So, there you go. That should be up now. We're just waiting for his build. Let's have a look at Flawless Spocker. I'll check what's going out indeed. Looks like he might be changing up. He's going to Zerka. Okay. Great sword with mace and shield. Now, I'm not sure if any rules have changed. But there's no menders. No one's really going that safe. It's going to be going discipline, defense, and berserker here. I think that makes sense. Zinger and whatnot. I mean, ouch. The NG should win this pretty easy. I mean, even if you just went Scrapper, you'd win. Just have, like, you know, Mender or whatever. But let's go.
The match starts soon.
I think Spock could pull it out. If Acrifion doesn't, yeah, he's changed to Scrapper. That's exactly what he should be going for. He's going to go for Marauder as well. This is a better switch up. He's gone back to automated medical. He's gone for pretty much the meta here. No, not pretty much. It is Rune of Strength over some toughness, maybe. Rune of Scrapper probably would have been quite good. But again, doesn't know what he's running. But either way, he's gone for damage. He's not gone for any kind of defense. So he's not even gone for Hullbreaker or anything, assuming maybe he might be going for a Conley build, which is normally what we would see. But he's going for a Berserker here as well. So let's see how well the warrior does. Oh, he does actually dodge that Greatsword 5. Using the medic gyro there. Not really needed. Not sure why he used that. It was a waste of the heal. So he's actually used a big cooldown there for 20 seconds. He's getting a lot of damage onto him, of course, as well. The NG naturally healing up himself. Flawless Spocker here. Has got his Greatsword coming back out. There we go. Uses the dome. Not much point of that either. But it looks nice and it does look very cool. Lightning Field is going to do a bit of damage onto Flawless. Needs to get out of that. Stun comes out as well. Tries to use that Greatsword free. Well, Interrupt comes out as well. But he becomes stunned himself. Flawless. Elixir X-Proc comes out onto Acrifion there. Needs to use that medic and he does. Rocket Charge. Blasting some of that healing to give himself some extra HP. And really now the Scrapper can be pretty offensive there. Unfortunately it doesn't cancel out of his acid bomb, so it increased that damage that was coming out onto to Flawless Spocker there. Really, Acrifion can be quite aggressive here. Elixir S is used. We had the proc and the use of the Elixir S as well, and that's going to be a quick kill for Spocker, and he's going to take that 2-0 really. And that's when, you know, the difference between maybe running something like a Marauder versus Paladin amulet would have been a better thing to use there. Also, maybe just, yeah. I think Acrifion maybe has some lessons to learn. Also, still going for a Sigil of Hydromancy there. I would have gone for air. He probably would have brought Flawless Spocker down to about 50% HP on the Zerka rune. But Flawless Spocker obviously still has quite a lot of HP as well anyway as a warrior. So, you know, it wouldn't have been that bad in the end. So, we're going to go to round 2. Not sure who we're going for right now. Friday Afternoon. That's an amazing name. Versus Trex. Trex is obviously a common person in this tournament. And I don't mean he's a common person. I just mean he's common. He's here quite often. So let's see how Friday Afternoon goes up versus Trex. Trex, I think Trex actually gets towards the final, I want to say. Or does he? I can't remember, boys and girls. It's been a while. It's indeed been a bit of time. So Friday Afternoon, he's going to be playing on the Scrapper. He's going to be going for Elixir X there with the Elixir Gun, Elixir S, and also for the Bulwark Gyro. Moa Throw there as well. Pretty meta, really, I guess. When I say meta, I suppose I mean, you know, he's got most of the skills and utilities, but Elixir X, it's actually going for mass momentum there, so it's not getting much of the healing. He's actually going to be getting himself some extra might there and damage. Trex is going to be playing Warrior, of course. He's going to be on Zerka with Pack. And let's see how well he comes out as well. Going for that Signet of Might as well to improve his power and block some of... not able to... Some of his attacks won't be blocked, basically. Okay, going into Great Sword there as well. Needs to damage distance himself as well. And you can see the difference between the Marauder amulet for the Engineer, and you can see between that and obviously the Paladins as well. Giving himself some toughness is very important versus such power damage coming out from the Warrior. I am very surprised, actually, that the Engineer hasn't rocket charged. There we go. Has he got Acid Bomb? He's not going to Acid Bomb either. He does. Don't think he gets the heal there. Would have been a nice combo. There we go. Oh, he doesn't get Rampage. If he got Rampage, that would have been the thing he wanted. So he comes out of that. That's good experience there from Friday. So you can tell he's quite an experienced Engineer player, Scrapper player. He came out of Tornado quite quickly. You need to do that because it's pretty useless. And he could probably take him down quite easily if he stayed in that. Nice use of the Acid Bomb there as well. He's Elixir S. Didn't need to. I think he could have stayed. And he actually needs to use this Moa Throw. Knows he hasn't really got a lot of dodge left. Could use it now straight off the rocket charge. Chooses not to. Gets the Acid Bomb off. But Trex has got his stance up. Doesn't take a lot of damage there. Got his heal now. Now he knows he's dodged. Does he know he's used his block though? I do believe he has. As soon as he's used that, he needs to use that Moa Throw. He's still not used it. He should really be pulling it out. And he could easily defeat Trex here. He's not going to do it though. In fact, he will probably lose himself. Has he forgotten that he's got this tool belt skill? He's got Bulwark Gyro. He needs to use that as well. He does with his heal in combination. Needs to throw this out. Could get some retaliation as well if he puts down the Acid Bomb on top of... he chooses not to. Oh no, he does put it down. Weakness there. Still not opting to bring out the Moa. Maybe he's going for the Moa Throw with Elixir X. Usage as well. Getting this heal back up. Very passive play from Friday. Could have won the game probably 3 times by now. Although Trex is doing a good job. Very patient. Oh, nice. Acid Bomb. A lot of damage there. But this build should win versus Zerka. It should win. Like, it's very sustainable. There we go. Oh! He misses... the Warrior Trex blocks everything. Pretty much the 2 main abilities. Kick and dash. He doesn't get the 5th off. And that is no damage done by Rampage whatsoever. And now Trex needs to punish him for the fact that he's should have won. But because of the Zerka amulet he's using, he shouldn't win this. I mean, this is going on for way too long. And obviously the cap is in favour of the blue team. Is he going to stomp him? Oh! Oh my god. I completely forgot they actually had the cap. He just needed to hold on. And he stomped him at 48 points. Now, I would completely didn't pay attention to that. Now, what I'm talking about in terms of that is that the capture point was actually capped in favour of the Warrior. The Warrior only had to kite around and win by staying on the point. When you get to 50 points, when the cap, when the points at the top of the screen get to 50 and you've capped the middle point, you can win. So Elixir S, Stealth, whatnot as well, will not help you survive all the time because you will lose the capture point. And unfortunately, Trex could have just kited a little bit there. I think he was just relying upon survival more than anything else. I didn't actually notice and I forgot about the fact that you can just capture the midpoint. So my bad. And Friday will win that first round. But he will have to move off the engineer now as well. Astafan. Trek, you did good, man. Oh, both warriors. Maltu. Is he going to be going Zerker as well? I wonder if we've had some amulets cancelled here. I wonder. Don't know if it has. I don't know if NG should lose to Zerk Warrior. I don't think so. I've never lost versus a Zerk Warrior, I don't think. Okay. I mean, that's a lot burst, but you know. Maybe an inexperienced grapper. I don't know. I mean, I guess it's definitely possible. It's definitely possible. I've lost I don't think I've lost versus many. I love Trex more. That's fair enough. Makes some sense. Welcome to the ESL 1v1 Cup, everyone. Friday is 1-0, and I can do the ready. And we will get on with this game. So Maltu is Friday, of course. And we can actually, admin is able to do that. Okay, so he's going to be going for destroyers. Mendes is cancelled. We have got full-on pressure damage. So let's see exactly what's going on. Great Sword, he's going to be going for Mace and Shield as well. Of course, we've seen this in the Condi variation. Discipline and Defense as well. And this will be, obviously, the Condi variation. It does have a nice mix of stats on there as well. But Great Sword will be used. Oh, this is going to be interesting versus Trex as well. Has he changed? He's gone for Pack and Berserker as well. Able to get himself some nice extra fury there. Both players missing a few of their abilities. Trex coming off better in the end. Even though we've got really... Oh, wow. Okay. That was a lot of combinations coming out from Trex. But unfortunately, we did see the stance coming out with the crit onto Maltu there as well. And now Trex is really running. Unfortunately, at the moment. Does miss the Great Sword throw. A stun comes out onto Trex as well. Trex looked like he was just stalling out himself there. Interrupt onto Maltu. Gets him down to about 50% HP as well. Crippled onto the warrior. Uses his Great Sword free to kite away. Try and create some distance. And actually the stance comes out onto Maltu. No damage onto him. But that runs out. We are going to see the Mace stun, is blocked by Trex. Trex needs to reenact his damage onto this man here. And I think when he reached the low HP, Trex kind of did back off there, actually, unfortunately. Interesting. That was unfortunate. Whew. That's going to be Friday. Taking it to 0.
Red team wins a capture point.
So, Trex, unfortunately, will be bowing out of this. Sorry to see you go. But we will see you next week. This is a weekly tournament. Don't forget that there are gems available, especially in this one, as we have quite a few people on this game at the moment. Next, we will have Hannibal versus Shameu. Unfortunately, we will see you again next week, Trecolon. I'm sure we will. I'm sure we will. Master Fan will be up next versus Shameu. See what they're running very quickly as well. Master Fan. Okay, Hannibal. Let's check out what he's going for. He's going for Mesmer. Oh, hello. He's going for a manipulation. Oh, wow. Amazing. Reflect projectiles and heal yourself versus an Ellie. That's going to be interesting. Anyway, let's not talk about that. Nullfield. Portal. Decoy. Portal. Okay. I guess that gives him some interesting mobility. Rune of Scavenging, Carrion as well. He's going for Condi. Chaos, Illusions, and Chronomancer here. So, okay. Recharge on manipulation skills, so that's not too bad. He's only really good. Okay. I don't know about this build. This heal doesn't feel like it's going to be that useful for him, but maybe there's something I don't know about this build. I'm not a fan with that at the moment, unfortunately. I know Condi obviously uses phase retreat to get on top. Needs to be careful if he does get stealthed or anything like that as well, because obviously point will tick in the favour of the Elementalist. So let's check out his build. He's going for Water, Earth, and Chronomancer here. He's actually going for the Magi amulets. Oh dear. We need to take that amulet out of this as well. There is no point. I don't know why. Okay. So that probably needs to be taken out of the 1v1 tournament, because people will start to probably use that as well. And this will be a very long 1v1. Because he has no damage. He will lose. He should lose this, actually. But shame on you if he gets to heal like he is now. Needs to put poison, needs to put all of the Condis he can. If he can get any shatters back up, Hannibal needs to lay into him right now. I'd use Decoy as well, and he does in the end take him down into the down state, and that should be an easy win. I mean, that's a lot of Condi. You can only remove so much, and shame on you has no damage really. I mean, it's Magi's. It's precision, vitality, and healing power. He's got no damage. Precision. That's not good. I mean, it's good. It's maybe good with. It's maybe good with a like a guardian, like a bunker guardian, when you need to have precision or crit to actually get more healing. You know, to gain more energy to give yourself more healing on dodge. But other than that, I mean, you know, this is good for a healing build, I guess. So when you crit, you do things, but I just don't know. I don't know about that. Anyway, we'll see what happens. Master Fan does have to change up now. Shame on You is going to stay on the Elementalist, and he will probably lose unless he changes his build, I would suggest. Some damage might also be quite useful. God, he's just running a support build. Okay, it's interesting. I'm not sure why that would be useful to do, but okay. Especially when Mendes is banned, and yeah, come on, no, don't worry, mate. Mendes is banned, and yeah, okay. Well, we'll see. You know what I'm talking about. This doesn't seem very useful for him to be in this build at the moment, but okay. Okay, or at least just go Xerxes or something, because it's doable. You can do it on that build anyway. Rune of Scholar demolishes. He's got toughness, HP probably, you know, Warrior's got one of the highest HP pools in the game, and Rick Rose is playing Killshot, the gun flame as well. That's going to be interesting, and I think he will wreck this Elementalist, or should do. What's the fan insulting himself in chat? He needs to probably play the game. He does have toughness for that direct damage, of course. It's not a million conditions that come out from the Elementals. Maybe just the burning in particular. Obviously a bit of chill, but it's not going to be damage. Nice knockback. He's into his Berserk as well. Jumps into the Greatsword. He pulls out his blades, but doesn't really get any damage. He just needs to keep going on him, basically, I would say. I mean, it basically hits him, and he will die. Rick does need to be aware that obviously he's got to keep his HP pool quite high, but he's just regenerating his health, and basically the Elementalist is just trying to dodge, and this isn't the most interesting 1v1 in the world, unfortunately. He does get his kill shot off, and still he's letting the Elementalist get his HP back. Oh, nice Greatsword free. Well, he should be able to take him out here. Should charge on him with 5 should he need to close the gap. He needs to really hit him while he's healing right now, using, of course, that overload. And the Elementalist is doing fairly well versus the Berserker Demolisher Warrior right now, with the Greatsword, of course, and the Rifle. Just needs to keep laying into him. That's all he needs to do. Just interrupts him with air there, I do believe, as well. Potential heal, no. I don't want to go into the Elementalist because it's boring. Sorry. We know what the Elementalist does. We don't do that in casting 5v5s anymore, because you know what he does. It's just there to support, try and build up his might where he can. On those fields, no, what he really needs to do, needs to make sure that he's using his blasts on his water fields as much as possible. Shame on you, actually, he isn't getting a lot of healing. He uses his Focus 5 on the Earth to make sure that he's going to be invulnerable for a while. He's not really got anything to create a gap, and the Warrior needs to just close on him and finish him with that Greatsword well, and he's going to be taking him down and out, and that's going to be 2-0. I would suggest a strong suggestion to change this build in the future. But thank you for coming along.
Did you see that? Red team got a capture point.
And we'll see you next time. He didn't use, just wanted to go kill shot. That's fine. Anyway, okay. So next game is going to be between Pad. Oh, my man Pad. Here we go. Pad's the man. Missed Pad. Good old Pad. He's going to be versus Spocker. Here we go. This is going to be a round 2 game. Good old round 2. We missed you. We missed you. Okay, let's refresh the brackets here. See who lost elsewhere. Friday afternoon went through versus Trex. He's going to be good versus FHS 15. Crew Kawoom is fairly lucky and is getting a bye from the round of 16. He'll be versus Masterfan in the quarterfinals. This is the first quarterfinal match between Pad and Spocker. Next will be Chumi2 versus Jonas Don, who both got byes, and then FHS versus Friday afternoon. Friday afternoon obviously getting a little bit of practice before so. Let's see how well these guys go. Let's check out their builds as well. Pad is going to be playing a Scrapper there. So he's going for the Elixir B, which is going to give him some Fury, Might, Retaliation, Swiftness, and Might there with Elixir Gun and Elixir X as well. Hopefully we see him toss the Elixir X, which you haven't seen today at all. Mass Momentum is going to be the ability he picks off here as well. He's not going for Rapid Regeneration. He wants to go for the extra damage because it could be quite a long fought battle versus Noble, who will go for Mass Momentum as well. It'll be something that we see coming out from the Engineers more. Gives them less sustain in terms of healing, but does give them more damage based on their toughness stats. That is if they have toughness. As well as might, of course, while they have stability. They will only really be getting stability through perfectly weighted, of course, as well as their throw from Toss Elixir B as well. They're not getting it from the use of Toss Elixir B. And they're not going to be getting stability from Bulwark Gyro as well. So I'm kind of surprised. I mean, the toughness makes sense. If they went for Final Salvo as well, one of them could be gaining more might, potentially more damage, but less survivability because of their toughness. So really, you're giving yourself more damage. Obviously, stability is a thing. You don't need stability, and you don't really need the super speed. So in the 1v1s, it seems adaptive armor may be the better choice to go for. If you're not opting to go for the sustain that comes out through your gyros, grabbing yourself some super speed and stillness and some swiftness as well. So let's see how it goes. This is the perfect thing for me to really go into, because it's scrapper versus scrapper, and that's what I know, and that is fine. So this could be quite a long, drawn out one as well, to be honest. Spocker does have a very good hammer as well. Elixir X is going to come out, does get the throw onto the engineer, but doesn't get the Elixir X proc that he would so want. He stayed in that tornado for probably too long. Needs to use that Bulwark Gyro to just survive himself. Thunderclap comes out from the Spocker. He's going Rocket Charge onto Pad. He pulls out his own Thunderclap as well. Does blast himself out of the Acid Bomb of that Thunderclap, but it gives him swiftness, but it's not going to give him any healing, and he can really see the super speed and swiftness lack of healing through that trait that they both do not have. But Spocker's managing his healing quite well at the moment. Pad doing okay himself, but does need to watch out here as the range comes out with the Elixir gun. He does avoid that that hammer too well from the engineer there, but Pad does need to... Oh no, he doesn't block the rocket charge. Instead he uses it in a bit of a panic maybe. Elixir S proc comes out onto Pad, and he did have his Bulwark Gyro and his heal up, but Spocker does take him out before he gets the opportunity to use that, and he will be going down and out. Taskin forgot about the tournament. How can you? I don't know where Aurora is as well, because Spocker is cleaning house today. It's going to be 1-0 to Spocker. Good job, sir. Good lord. I know we've had some resubs as well during the stream, so thank you very much, guys. I do appreciate that. There will be more tournaments, as streaming is now my job. So if you like what you see, make sure you support in a way you can by following, subbing, doing whatever you would like to. But at least come watch these awesome tournaments put on by ESL at the moment. Also, you can follow Guild Wars 2 with ESL on the bottom right hand side of your screen. You can see exactly where to follow us on Facebook as well, facebook.com/ESLGW2, and the same at ESLGW2. Make sure you follow the Twitter and the Facebook group. I do believe there's 3,500 likes on Facebook as well. And you can be part of the PvP community. Hopefully we can get some NA stuff up soon, which would be fantastic. We shall see. We shall see. Anyway, let's have a look what they're playing now. Flawless Spocker. Spocker has to change build. And we do know... oh, listen. Rune of the Pack, he's going to be going for Berserker again as well. This is going to be interesting for Pad. Good choice of rune here for Pad as well. Good job, sir. That rune of the Scrapper will be very, very good for him. Still going for adaptive armor. Probably, definitely the better choice here. I would even say that rapid regeneration would be better than mass momentum at the moment to give himself even more sustain just because of that burst. So that's what we need to see from this guy. Yeah, see how it goes for Spocker and for Pad. Fairly even again. Blocking, reflecting those shots back. Going to pull out his shield as well. Block once again. Interrupt. Oh, he does miss that. Oh, misses the mace there. Good job from Pad to avoid that damage. Whew. Skull grinder, man. Skull crack, sorry. Trying to close the gap there, actually. Oh, Pad does dodge. Pad's got his rampage out. Blocks from the shield. Probably should have used it when the blocks from the shield actually... Oh, reflects the rock throw from Pad as well. Flawless Spocker doing a good job there. He does jump onto him though. Gets the kick off. Knocks him back. Needs to be careful. Gets the skull crack off, I believe. And the Great Sword well. LCS proc from the Connie damage from Flawless as well. Out of anything. I do believe that Pad did not use his heal before the 25% proc. Needs to use his Elixir S and his shift, his regenerated mist there to give himself some healing ASAP, but he's not going to back off. Instead, he is going to stand there and just take it to the face. And that's going to be Spocker winning 2-0. Pad is improving, though. I will say that for nothing. He is improving, so... Good job again from Spocker. I'm not sure, have we seen Spocker much? I'm not sure we've seen him too much. Okay. So congratulations, Spocker. Unfortunately, Pad's not able to put it out this week, but getting better by the week as well. So Chumi is going to be on red. Jesus Christ, guys, your names this week. Jonas Don is going to be on the blue team there. Good job so far today, guys. It's going to be, so Pescaroo is going to be Chumi and God Lissa will be Jonas Don. Let's see which build. Pescaroo is going to go for Druid. Oh, hello. He's going for Marauder. Oh, good lord. 7%. He's just going for all the damage things. Rune of the Ranger. Precision and Ferocity with plus 7% damage while you have an active companion. There we go. Okay. So... Great sword with the longbow. This is going to be very interesting. Has he got a bear pet? Or is it the tiger? I can't remember. One of them. I think it's the tiger actually. Is it the leap or something that gives them a shitload of damage? Although basically, sorry for the swearing. Basically, it's damage. It's all about the damage with this boy. It can knock back quite well. It can obviously use Entangle quite well in the build as well. He's gone for Ancient Seats. So again, if he dazes, he's going to be able to get another Entangle as well. So there's a lot of CC in this build with the Immobilize. And also elsewhere, he can kite around quite well. He can use lightning reflexes to obviously get out of there should he so need. He can obviously, knock back his foe. He can stealth as well on the point. Obviously not got the smoke scale, but he can still stealth with that third longbow arrow skill. This is no semi-final. No, this is the quarter-final. We've still got that to go. And yeah, fantastic. Good stuff. I mean, he should be able to do quite well. He's been going versus the Revenants, so Devastation, Invocation, and Herald there. Fairly standard, but going for Rune of Surgeon here with, when you use an elite skill, you gain Shocking Aura. We've seen that actually quite a lot, actually. That's not technically a lie. Sword with Shield there. This is pretty meta as far as I can see. We'll see how he goes. Obviously that Equilibrium, when he changes legends, he does not want to be anywhere near him because he will wreck his face. And Pescaroo is going for, which amulet there? Marauders. He's not really got any toughness or anything. Marauders as well. So the Revenant, he's got the CC himself, can gap close of course. Unrelenting Assault. He's got shield, he can grab himself some protection as well. He's got the Assassin Stance, which can gap close should he so need. Misses the entirety of Unrelenting Assault there. Longbow 5 comes out, interrupts. Good from Lissa there. Fantastic, uses his elite. And look at him, he is already down to half HP. And he has used quite a lot of his evade and is not able to dodge a lot of that Unrelenting Assault. And if he's not got his evades, he's not going to win. And that is that.
Blue team grabbed a capture point.
So, good job. I don't think there's anything bad going on currently with the sound, guys. Let me know if the sound's too loud, of course, and I will turn it down. So that is going to be the Revenant. That was Jonaston, I do believe. Yes. Update. Yes, Olympi, a 1v1 tournament for the... If you put exclamation mark bracket into the chat, then you will find out the bracket as well. So, 800 gems. Oh no, it's not 800 gems, is it? It's 2k. 2k for first position. And yeah. Looking good so far for these boys and girls. Or not girls. LMF, if you go onto the ESL Guild Wars 2 Global, you can see all the rules and whatnot. But basically, guys, if you have just dropped into the tournament, Mendes Amulet has been banned. I have no doubt that Mad Guys will in the future. Cough, cough, dries, or whoever. Basically, you get a choice of 3 classes. I believe it's 5 for the final. It's best of 3. Basically, the winner of the first round has to change classes. The loser stays on the same class. So assuming that both players pick their favourite best class in the first game, in the first round, we will be able to... They will have to change, and then potentially the loser may win the second one. But that hasn't really happened today, unfortunately, for a lot of the players. It's not been very even. It's been kind of one-sided, but now we are getting into quarter-final territory where... do I need to answer that question, Taskin? Where we should see things even up a little bit, but we shall see. Let's have a look at Lissa, who is going to be changing on to the Mesmer. We'll be going for Sage, for enough scavenging. He's going to be going for Inspiration, Illusions, and Chronomancer here as well. Ooh. Okay. Let's have a look and see exactly what goes on. I'm thinking they're Chrono Heal actually as well. Yeah. Or is the Druid going to dodge, is the thing. No, he's not. Oh good lord. He needs to dodge the end of that cast. Oh my good lord. And Chaos, he's dead. He's done. The Druid had absolutely no chance in hell, unfortunately. Especially after not dodging 2 of those shield 5s coming out from the Mesmer. And that's going to be all she wrote there. Not even needing to use Gravity Well or the split. Ah, okay. Pescaroo did forget exactly that he couldn't change his class. But Lissa as well. Doing okay. So. Let's see what happens in the second round. 2-0 to Jonaston. We should be going to FHS versus Friday afternoon for the next game. We're in quarter-final territory at the moment, guys and girls. You can win, I believe it's 2k gems for first position. Friday's coming up next versus FHS, who we haven't seen yet in today's tournament, but we have seen in previous weeks. Quite a regular to the tournament. Friday, I don't think is. Or I haven't been able to catch him as of yet. Good stuff, you peoples. Dearie me. It's still the morning for me. It's weird. I'm going to cast this in the evening. I'm just like, yeah. Because I'm not in the EU anymore. How's the lag as well, guys? Is there any lag? Are there any issues whatsoever? I don't think there is. That makes it. FHS may actually not be here. So FHS, if you are in the chat, then you should definitely be playing the game. And in here. Maybe kicking himself. Oh dear. Unfortunately, he is not here as of yet. When will this man re-enter the fray? Will Friday afternoon win on a Thursday? I don't know. I think FHS no lag, awesome. Brexit versus Trump's GJ bro. Couldn't you have picked a third position? Maybe. Oh, eh? Hannibal is not FHS. Okay, we're postponing that one for now. It looks like we're going straight on to Master Fan versus Crew. We'll just wait and see if FHS is normally quite good. But he will lose that game, that series, if he's not here after this matchup. Master Fan versus Crew. Kawoom. We'll call him Kawoom, it's more fun. There we go. Kawoom. I like that name, it's very good. Okay. Fantastic. Master Fan versus Kawoom. We saw Master Fan, obviously, Hannibal playing on the Mesmer earlier. And he went to Warrior next. We have not seen Kawoom much yet. No, we have not seen him at all. And here we're going for Scrapper. And his assumption that the Mesmer will be playing on Condi is correct. Obviously, we do see people going for power builds with Mesmer as well. So you've seen quite a few effective Shatter Mesmers in recent tournaments.
The match starts soon.
We shall have to wait and see. So, Demolisher's Amulet coming out. Whoa, Jesus. Really? Okay. He's got toughness. Only about 16k HP. That's kind of ballsy versus the Mesmer. You really want to go for HP versus Condi builds, but okay. Interesting. Should be interesting. 16k HP. That's not very much. That is... He wants to burst him down as quickly as possible. That's for sure. Hannibal, again with the reflex, is going to be far away here. You're going for maximum Condi damage, especially we're going for that Scepter with the torch as well. The Engineer is going to struggle against Condi damage, especially with a lot less HP. And he's going to Rocket Charge. He does want to really destroy as many of those clones as he possibly can, and then really engage in the damage, and does so with the Acid Bomb. The thing is, he's ranging him while Doc is trying to take out the clones. He's just getting ranged by Hannibal, so it's not engaging. I mean, the closer he stays to Hannibal, the better, but Hannibal can obviously get his shatters out as well quite easily. Now, the Engineer, the Scrapper matchup versus the Mesmer is a tough one anyway. So, he will go versus another class in the next one. So Hannibal does have to change from Mesmer onto another class. So let's see what he goes on to next. Kawoom will be 1-0 down at the moment. Master Fan saying he sucks in chat. In fact, doesn't. He's actually doing quite well. So Doc there, Doc Thor. I just don't like Demolisher's Amulet with Rune of Strength. I mean, he's going for maximum damage. If he's going against anything with Sustain, he's going to lose out. Sigil of Generosity, okay, he can remove a condition there. But still, you know. Or transfer, sorry. 9 seconds. I'm not sure why that's a bad thing, Master Fan, but okay. What? Okay, you're in the tournament, but you know, maybe you can just have a temporary ban for those comments anyway. No, you're in the tournament, but don't be a dickhead. Good thing this is in my channel. So, it was me who actually did that. So don't worry. If he asks who it was, then just tell him it was me. Rune of Holbrook, like I said. Oh no, sorry, he's changed to Rune of Holbrook. He was strength, so that's good. That's good. Goodbye. Taking the minus 20% condition duration, still getting the mites. Not the extra damage.
Hold on to your points. Seize
He's
them.
playing the guys. He didn't mean it in that kind of way, but you know, just needs to remember that you can't say those kinds of things, dude. Okay. Anyway, Rick. Oh, oh, it's a shame. He's got reflects. I thought he's using. He's already used his dome. He's got it up now. He needs to use this dome when he's in rifle, like now, for example, because he would have wasted. He would have wasted that. That weapon swap. Actually goes into Elixir S proc as well. Looks like Doc. There is a sufficient amount. This feels like a lack of experience on the Scrapper, even if it's his main class. Potentially some learning experiences to be had there. Although I didn't check to see if Rick did avoid blocking and whatnot as well. Anyway, so we'll have to. So it could be a little bit wrong there. That rifle skin looked like the precursor to the Hunter, the legendary. Dog 4 will bow out of the tournament for today, but we hope he will return next week. Master Fan, should he increase his language skills and not be a twat, will be able to come back into the chat and the channel. Yeah, there you go, Porphy, you got it right. FHS looks like he will not be aware or be turning up. Obviously the tournament starts a little bit later today. It was delayed, so potentially why. We could be going to Spocker versus Jonaston. I believe that will be the next one. In this tournament. So, I hope you guys are enjoying this first one. It's my first cast of 2017. Master Fan 2, wow. Just don't say silly comments. You're fine otherwise. Silly comments are fine, but don't start slandering people. Spocker will be on red this matchup versus Jonestown. And we will see Flawless Spocker going, see if he could have a new contender for the Guild Wars 2 1v1 tournament. Would be interesting to see Taskin coming back with Aurora as well. Rune of the Crates, he's going to be going for Mace, Shield, and Longbow. He's going to go for Longbow this time. Okay, probably a good choice. A ton more cleave as well. And we're going to see the Revenant coming out from Jonaston as well. Now, I do believe these guys in the same guild or something. Okay, Master Fan, it's alright. Behave. They did tell me the story, but I've just forgotten it. Same guild, yes and no. So they do know each other. Same team. Okay. So let's see how well they do in this next matchup. This is going to be your first semi-final of the ESL Guild Wars 2 1 vs 1 weekly number 6. This tournament has been going for 6 weeks. It's the restart of the 1v1.
The match starts soon.
See how well we go. You've seen these builds before. Revenant, pretty meta. Coming out from Godless, Flawless Spocker. Been playing Condi Warrior here as well. With Rabbit, with some of that toughness, which is probably... which is definitely why a good thing to go for, especially versus the burst that comes out from the Revenant, of course. A shocking aura will be nice as well. To, pardon me, stun his opponent. I'm going to get the rock there. Shield comes out from Lissa. He is stunned though. Needs to be careful. Does dodge the Zerk, I believe. Trying to move out of the Zerker from the longbow as well. Does star 5 him, but into his fire field there. I don't think he got any condues on him though, to be fair. You see, Spocker is just trying to keep his distance where possible. And nice stance usage from the warrior there to make sure Unrelenting Assault from the Revenant doesn't come out onto him and does not get knocked back by the elite. He does dodge the mace though. Oh no, he's able to get the stun out onto him and tries to bring out... Oh no, misses the skull crack, but that's really good from God Lissa. He does retreat back and he will be able to heal here, almost up to full, as the warrior does re-engage him, unfortunately. And that's a good job from himself. Elite is going to be blocked there, or evaded by the warrior, as he blocks from afar. Unrelenting Assault comes back up for God Lissa. Half HP. Does not have as much sustain as the warrior, of course. Less heal potential from him. Warrior 1v1's obviously very tough anyway. He has his heal back up quite shortly. Should be able to regenerate, but is locked down in position on that fire field. Elite comes out, blocks it, does miss the skull crack, but comes out with his own staff skill 5 there to knock the warrior back, and he's got him in a little bit of a place now. Successfully dodging a lot of his F1 skills right now, the Revenant, but I fear this will not be enough to keep the Revenant in play here today. Let's block a lot of that actually. Star 5 used, again the stance comes up, reduces a lot of that incoming damage, or reduces it all because it's, you know, the stance, reducing the, making sure that he's going to be able to be invulnerable to that damage. Warrior is actually being brought down quite low here. Now God Lissa is dodging a lot of the warrior's abilities, a lot of the condi that's coming out from Flawless at the moment. And because Flawless has gone mainly for that power stat, as well, for the toughness stat with Rabid, he's got a lot of condition damage, but he's not really got the power that comes along with that. And something which actually for Lissa, his reflections as well are doing quite well. And he does evade the elite there, tries to get the charge back on with the shield onto Lissa. Lissa uses Unrelenting Assault, and that's going to be a nice amount of evade from Flawless coming out there on that damage. Gets the longbow 2 right in the face of Lissa as well. All of the hits cast onto the Lissa, and actually God Lissa in the end really is so patient. He, in the end, is able to get pretty much one of the only unrelenting assaults off onto the warrior, and Spocker is taken out in this 1v1. Fantastic job, and really well played there by Lissa on the Revenant in a matchup which is difficult. It is difficult, but not impossible for the Revenant to win. A really fantastic job from Spocker as well, who did use a lot of his blocks, evades at the right time there, but unfortunately not able to come out on top in the end. A really, really nice 1v1 there, so thank you very much for that. It's not over. He still has a chance to come back into this matchup. He is going to have to remain on the warrior though. Revenant will have to change. Jonaston will have to change back into something else. It's like Pokemon basically. You throw out your favorite, your best one, you win, and that's it. Here we go. Be cool to try and bring in, yeah, reverse Pokemon. That's right, dude. That's right, Olympia. I don't know. It was just the one way of putting it, I guess. So this is going to be going on to the Mesmer again. Rune of Adventure, so trying to gain as many dodges as he possibly can. Oh, okay. This is going to be an interesting one. This could be potentially quite long-winded, I think. A lot of clone regeneration. Of course, as per usual. Fast shatters. I mean, he's got a lot of Condi removal. You know what the warrior's like. The sustain is ridiculous. He'll get nerfed. I cannot remember. I'm pretty sure it did. So it's a little bit of a nerf from the Mesmer from the last patch that we saw since PvP started. This matchup is fairly even, I would say. Fairly even. Unblockable attacks there from the Signet of Might as well, which we're seeing a lot more in the game at the moment. Our events hopefully will come back. Okay, here we go. How is Lissa going to open up here? Or Jonaston? He is 1-0 up at the moment. It's still best of 3. Warrior is waiting for it to engage there. Evades the Grey Sword well. Patience. This is a very patient player right here. Is he going to dodge? Oh no, he actually interrupts the shield 5. Distortion is used at close range. Oh, he has to pull out his heal as well. He's going to stealth for a moment in time. We are going to see the engage. Nice use of phase retreat and blink there as well to make sure he evades a lot of those attacks. Daze comes out onto the warrior. Warrior is going to just keep his distance, block all those just those staff attacks there. He does phase retreat out of the Skullcrest, but it does pin him down. Oh my god, the amount of burst that comes out from the warrior, and that is going to be the Mesmer going into the down state. Flawless Spocker will go for the down as well, finishing him off, and that will be 1-1. Great sword of burst from that, and that will take him down into 1-1. Congratulations, good job from Spocker there. This can be patient as much as he wants, but if he gets into melee range, he will be in for the time of his life. Oh, I regret saying that. And that camera shot. Yeah, the Signet is something which, you know, is going to be difficult to deal with. So, how are we going to do this now? What is going to come out from Spocker? Let's see. Yep, Mendes is banned. Is Spocker gonna go for a fake? No. Oh god. He's got NG. He's gonna go for NG. This is Mesmer. Flippin' hell. You're brave. He's like, what else has he got? Oh, lol. We have to cap the mids, so for now. What the hell? Oh no, he can't. Wow. Yeah, just leave the arena. The arena's bugged. Oh yeah, true. This is funny. This is really funny. Good lord. I could have done the music for this. Spocker is currently trapped behind bars because he is a criminal. Criminal! He's a criminal. And the Mesmer is not able. We're not able to do anything right now. I think this is probably a bug that we could put to the lefts, but you know. Whee! Okay, so let's kick everyone out because they're not leaving. I can't kick him. Get out. I'm just going to have to ban him. Okay. Well, that was good. This high-octane game. Let's go back to the caster screen and you will see my face again. So, we just have to wait a moment. It seems that the server cannot take the awesomeness that is this current game. We will be joining back momentarily, hopefully, as the actual arena gets reset. So I just have to quickly do something here. I'm not sure what exactly I can do. Maybe I can put it onto another map. Yeah. Okay, we can do that. We'll do that, and then we'll do that.
Such might.
Oh my god. Just to power that one. How does he even get that message off? What the fuck? Okay, interesting. Anyway, so we're going to try and go back into the map here. See what's going on. 1-1 between Spocker and Jonaston. Should be okay here as well. What is happening? Looks like the map has been No, it hasn't. It's still bugged as hell. Ah. Okay, nobody entered the arena as of yet. And we'll try and sort this out. Jesus Christ, what is going on? Come on, man. Oh, wait, done. There we go. Sweet as. Okay, looks like we're okay. Looks like we're okay. You can get off my face now. Yuck. There we go. We're ready. Here we go. And let's take the bands off. Because that wasn't meant to be a thing. Take that off. There we go. Right, we're back now. You can come back into the arena. Come back to what you know. Take care of me. Real slow. Oh. Ugh, this coffee is gross now. Anyway. 1v1. Trex was just banned because the only way to get him out of the arena was AFK. That's the only reason. That's the quickest and easiest way to get someone out, especially if you can't kick him. And there's a bug. Oh, the arena. I've not seen that bug before. That's interesting. Yeah, it's not banned. He hasn't done anything wrong. It's all good. If you're watching this tournament and you're thinking, what is going on? Right now, we're waiting for Spocker and Jonaston to come back into the arena. They are indeed back. So yeah, just waiting for that to occur right now. So this is the, I guess, first full-time cast of a PvP match for me. I am a full-time streamer now, guys. Exciting times, exciting times. So I will do a little bit of salesmanship of myself, or selling out during the stream. So I apologise about that. At the end, not right now. Because hopefully they're going to come back. They are back. They're both ready. You'd give this to the Mesmer, in all honesty. I think that we will see Jonaston win this one out. This isn't the easiest matchup for the NG. Although Scrapper can win it. It's not impossible. It's very, very difficult. So let's see how well they manage in this matchup. Can use Sneak Dryer, but I'm not sure how useful it will be. I mean, it can evade. I mean, it can good AoE damage, but I'll probably stick maybe with the Elixir S as well. X, sorry. Good AoE damage as well.
Starts soon.
Here we go. It's a 1v1 tournament. 1-1 between Spocker and Jonaston so far. As we get back into this. This is going to be the last game in the 1v1 between these guys in the semi-final. Final is best of 5. Up to the semi-final, including, will be best of 3. Interesting to see whether or not the engineer or the scrapper is able to defeat the Mesmer. Condi Mesmer as well. Very tough matchup. Gives himself stability there. 4 stacks of stability as well. Quite early, especially as he removes Condi, so I'm surprised he kind of used that early. He's going to get the he's going to get the needs to dodge or evade the shield. Doesn't, but did the second one, I do believe. Chaos Storm comes out from the Mesmer, half HP now for the Scrapper. Distortion comes out from the Mesmer as well. Both down to about half HP. The Scrapper is doing a great job. Heal comes up quite soon as well. Elixir S prop before the heal, and I don't believe he used it. He's going to be able to stun break with that second F1 skill, but he has unfortunately wasted a heal here. Not able to get a Thunderclap off as he is immobilized. Not Thunderclap. Rocket Charge or anything else, and that's going to be Gravity Well coming out from the Mesmer. This has got to be the end. He's not able to remove any conditions, and that is going to be the Mesmer who is going to take him down. Good job from this man. Not completely surprising, in all fairness. That is a tough matchup, to be fair. And that is going to be Spocker bowing out of this tournament, who has done very well today. If we'd seen these guys on other sides of the bracket, no doubt we would have seen them in the final as well. Friday will be versus Master, I believe.
The match starts.
Friday versus Masterfan. Let's see how well this goes for these gentlemen. First, again, same, very similar matchup. Purge Gyro going to be taken for him. Condi Mesmer, full on Condi Mesmer with the Scepter as well. Scepter Torch.
Hold on to your points.
Scavenging, and also with Carrion. How well is the Scrapper going to be able to do versus this build? We're not too sure. We'll have to wait and see. He does have the right... Doesn't need Bulwark Gyro really either. Elixir is going to give him stability as well as obviously the Condi removal potential with the Elixirs as well. Rocket Charge through the Chaos Storm. Oh, gets immobilized there for a moment. Just gets interrupted. Evading that wall as well. Gravity well from the Mesmer. Retaliation as well. Damage onto Friday. Does get the stealth off and the heal, so good there. Mesmer needs to be very careful because the Scrapper can actually cap the point quite soon. But Condi's Torment, look at that Torment as well. Can't move. If he moves a step, he's going to be taken out. And unfortunately in the end, Scrapper versus Mesmer is a tough matchup, my friend. We've seen that again, how destructive that can be. Masterfan will win 1-0 so far. Can Friday afternoon come back with a vengeance? We'll have to see. Yeah, the Marauder for HP, Taskin is saying in chat, Marauder would be better versus Paladins because obviously toughness not needed as much as HP. HP is better to deal with the Condi damage that comes out. Now Friday has to stay, sorry, but Rick, oh god. Although, he is going rifle. Friday is better, is one of the better scrappers we've seen, so hopefully he'll be able to reflect some of this damage from the rifle. So, Menders is banned, elites over a certain amount of time are banned. Like major transforms, especially for Warrior, even though Elixir S does fall under the time limit. I think it's 120-second cooldown. Things like Moa are banned. You know, standard 1v1 stuff. Some very tanky amulets are banned. Rick is not going to get on the point, apparently. Blocks a lot of the damage. He's going to get on point now. One tick has to stay on node. NG can sustain through the game. If Rick does get off point, he evades. Nice rocket charge. Oh, nice push off point actually. And Rick is doing a good job. Knows not to attack when the wall is up because otherwise of reflection. But he does have the unblockable. So Friday is just evading those attacks. So needs to be very careful. There you go. He does use it as well. Of course, it's only when it's active. Need to remember that as well. Gets onto point, needs to at the very last moment in time. One tick left on the node. He's playing it well, you've got to give him that, the Warrior. He was, but... Oh! That is the point cap now. The Engineer just has to survive at the moment to win versus Rick. As he's been off point too long. Because if Rick gets too close, he won't be taken out here most likely as well. As the Scrapper can, of course, regenerate quite quickly here. Going for Paladins and the leadership, of course. Paladins is very good versus the direct power damage. Kill shot again, easy evade. A rocket charge comes out from Friday afternoon. There's Rick, aka Master Fun fan. Master Fun. And now actually Friday can even pull out his own rifle, his own gun, and he's doing a good job. At just he's not even blocking, but just line of sighting the damage that comes out from the Warrior there as well. Rocket charge to close the gap. Could even go for the finish here, I would say. I would probably have said the Bulwark. I don't know. rather than Purge Gyro would have been a better choice. But again, he doesn't know what kind of warrior he's going for. But if he's been watching the tournament, he would have known that Rick or Masterfan is mainly playing this kill shot. You can't really risk that, you know, not going for Condi removal versus this. 10 more points, he will win the game as he captures the midpoint. So obviously you can win in the 1v1 by, you know, winning the 1v1 by killing, but also by capturing the node. And Masterfan did get off point and needs to go in for the kill here. I mean, there's no point in going off point. I mean, knows he's lost, so really he should have gone for the damage and the kill there. Here we go. That is going to be 1-1. So Masterfan and Friday now. Close matchup. Now this is really going to be the clincher. Obviously, it's our final game in this semi-final. This is the difference between winning gems and not winning gems. What is Friday going to come up with? Oh, you should just go Condi Warrior. Yeah, well, kind of. Power, precision, condition damage for the mace. Eternity. Great sword is going to be your power, precision. Defense, discipline, and berserker here. Oh, this is going to be interesting, isn't it, everyone? Yes, it is. I mean, he's got a lot of blocks. This could be interesting, actually. I keep calling Skull Grinder the Skull Crack. Doing that. Anyway, you know what I mean. I reckon if he can get a nice headbutt off, and then he can pull out the Signet of Might, grab Great Sword, well through him, 100 blades even. It's not going to be that silly. I think, you know, this Signet is just ridiculous at the moment. It really is so great at just finishing your opponents off. Got a lot more power damage in the game at the moment, and I'm flipping loving it, guys. Trying to put off that rally of shots from the rifle there, from Rick. Both in Great Sword at the moment, going toe to toe. Tries to block some of that damage potentially. Back into rifle. The Norn when he evades looks so dodgy. And Rick again, Masterfan is on the run off node. And it feels like you could probably see Friday winning this just from morale alone. Oh, he kills off the stun midway through the kill shot and actually gets a ton of damage off. I believe he gets Skull Crack, Skull Grinder off into the face of Rick Rosser. But you can see how quickly he can remove that damage again. He hits him again with that F1 skill. And that is going to be Rick running away. And now Friday needs to get on point. He's got the capture node. And he has been able to get a lot of his Condi burst off in twice. The 2 times he actually pulled it off. Again, another stun. And that is going to be Rick. He could finish him off here. Doesn't get the grinder off, actually. We do see Rick does evade using that whirlwind attack from the Great Sword. Again, gets it off. That's a 3 out of 4, I do believe. And I think he reflected the rifle shot. And that is going to be Masterfan down and out with the Quaggons winning the day. That is a good job from Friday, who comes back to 2-1 and after losing that first game. That is how much you can come back in this tournament. Congratulations to him. We will see Jonaston versus Friday Afternoon. We all want Friday Afternoon to win, surely? No. I don't mean it like that, just FYI. We just all like a Friday Afternoon. Now it's best of 5 between Jonaston and Friday. We'll be switching sides as well. This scoreboard edit system, it's awesome. Anyway, if you do know people and who want to take part in the ESL 1v1, then obviously make sure you get them involved. You can Google ESL Global Guild Wars 2 or GW2. You can easily find all the info about Guild Wars 2 tournaments. There is a 2v2 on a Tuesday as well. If you got enough teams, You can win yourself some gems. It needs to be 8 teams at least. 1v1's pretty much getting the amount of people we need to weekly. So that's pretty good. Good tournament today. Good stuff. Missing a few names here and there, but I'm sure they will return in future weeks. Otherwise, it has been a great tournament so far. We'll be able to stick the VOD up on YouTube, and it will be available as well, obviously, after this has finished. So I'm just filling out this thing. Godlissa will be on, or Godlissa, or Jonaston will be on the Revenant. Friday afternoon will be on the Scrapper. See how well they do in this matchup.
Hold on to your points. Seize theirs.
Now him on this Revenant is pretty good. I mean, he's doing a fantastic job so far in this tournament at the very least. Very patient, using his evades quite well as well. Oh, star 5. The damage obviously got nerfed quite heavily on that. Thunderclap was good. Shield 5 from Godlissa comes out. It's a good job from him. To make sure that no further damage is going to come out after the rocket charge. Good job. Dodges. He's getting a lot of healing as well at the moment as the heal runs out. Friday afternoon made quite a few mistakes there. By continuing to damage him while his heal's up. So unfortunately, few big mistakes. Nice Thunderclap again. Uses the shield once again inside that Thunderclap, which stops, you know, obviously that ticking damage as well, which was buffed. Sorry, divided up into the ticks of the Thunderclap. Elixir S proc comes out onto Friday afternoon. Godless is still at full HP. He interrupts the heal as well. Is he? Was he interrupting it or was he preempting it? I'm not sure, but either way, the roses and flowers are beautiful from Jonaston as he takes the first matchup. Don't forget, this is a best of 5. Chat, wake up. Where are you people? You've all passed out. There we go. 1-0 to Jonaston so far, and now he has to change class, which will he head over towards next. He'll go to Mesmer, of course. Yeah, the Mendes was the only way that really the Scrapper could, I guess, win that 1v1 to a degree, but Mendes matchups take so long to resolve, it's a bit of a mistake. Scrapper could go Condi. And he could now. He won't though. A lot of Condi removal. Jesus, he's got all the Condi removal there is. He's got the Punch Jar. Whereas we may have worries about what we go for as a Scrapper. But again, you know, the idea and the suggestion that going Paladins versus a Condi build in a 1v1 probably not the best. Could be more of a HP related amulet. Something like the Marauder, of course. Rocket Charge mixed with Acid Bomb is going to evade that damage used in Blurred Frenzy. Shield 5 is evaded on the Mesmer, even though it didn't look like it. Chaos Storm comes out from the Mesmer as well. The Scrapper should be able to evade that quite easily. I might have to eat my hat about that because at the moment he's doing a fantastic job and Lissa is in trouble. Has to use Distortion, uses Split quite well as well and gets all of his shadows back as well with the Signup. Shield 5 is not evaded. He just needs to engage here. Graffiti well, and that's a great... Oh, he's dead, surely. He needs to get out his heal as much as quick as he is possible. Does have Blink available, as well as Phase Retreat. Uses it very well. Chaos Storm, he is coming back completely here. Shield 5 needs to come out, so he interrupts any of those skills there. Does block, but in the end, I believe Friday does win. believe he took him out with retaliation.
Just
Am I
like
wrong
that,
about that? That is a well played by the engineer. Completely. First one, real 1v1 we've seen won by a Scrapper versus a Mesmer today. That's a good job from that man. Okie dokie. Issa now does, of course, have to stay on the Mesmer, and Friday can now jump onto another class. He'll be taking on the Warrior, of course.
the match starts soon.
Best of 5, 2 so far played out of the 5 possible games of this series. Will we go to 5 games? We'll have to wait and see. Good job thus far from both of these members in this series. Warrior is going to be playing Destroyer, Rune of Leadership as well. Interesting. All the boons. Signet as well is going to be played. Signet might there. On the active, of course, unblockable attacks, but evades obviously can still come out. I believe, anyway. Signet might there is going to be popped up. Let's have it for a moment. Not long though. And that's going to be taken out. Able to block a shield for... Trying to get the throw off. Oh, don't believe he got the grinder. And does use his skull crack right into a distortion. Is ridding those... he's getting rid of those shadows quite well here, actually. Mesmer is in a bit of trouble, both to about half HP here. And the Warrior is regenning his HP quite quickly. The Mesmer needs to be offensive here and to make sure that he doesn't get that HP back through that... Just that minor trait, which needs to be nerfed by anyway. Warrior low is quite low here, and the Mesmer was playing it very well. Doesn't get his shield 4 off in the end. Oh, he jumps into the gravity well. Is he going to block? No, he doesn't get that skull crack. Although he did actually get the skull crack off. We have seen the capture point taken by the Warrior. So even if he doesn't win this, he can potentially win on the cap. That's going to take a moment of time. Oh! Did he 100 blades into him? I believe. Unfortunately. Although, while he's in down state, still trying to take the Warrior down here. I don't know. It's pretty good though. I think he was lagging. Didn't see any lag on my screen. It's a good job from Friday. Friday is winning 2-1 at the moment. Friday is in a position to win this series and win the tournament. In this next game, will he be able to do it? We'll have to wait and see. 2-1 at the moment to Friday. Yes, this is indeed in the EU. There might be a tiny bit of lag or ping issue because I'm in NA covering an EU tournament, so that could be the reason. Lissa is screaming for his rev back. Now, I would say... He's actually going for Druid. But which rune here? Marauder. Rune of Revenant. Resistance when you use a heal skill. Oh, nice! That is really good. That is good. This heals on 20-second cooldown. Is going to be able to get resistance. That's a really good plan there by Friday. has been flashy as well. He's going to be going for Nature Magic, Beast Mastery, and for Druid here. Going for Lingering Light over Ancient Seeds, which we saw played earlier today. Obviously, Mesmer's still being played there by Alyssa. Same traits and whatnot, I would assume. This Druid. If Lissa can hold, he can take this Druid down slowly but surely. Obviously, the Druid does have sufficient amount of Condi removal and has a lot of cleave to take out. Not a lot of cleave, but with the arrows, longbow 5, a lot of cleave to take out Shatters for a short period of time. This just has to re-engage after the fact, or invite that ability to come out, try and interrupt it elsewhere. Celestial Avatar comes out for Max, of course. Distortion. And he's going to reflect some of that knockback. Nice gravity well from Lissa. He jumps in, potentially for a combination shatter. It's a shield 5 off, potentially as well. Stun misses from Max in Celestial Avatar 4. Nice knockback with the longbow. Tries to close the gap, blurs Frenzy as well to block some of that damage, or evade some of that damage, sorry. Gravity well doesn't work, only pulls the pet up and down. Signet of Stone coming onto him at the moment as well. The pet is going to be taunting him as well, the Mesmer. Does regain some of that HP, but Max is having some issues here sustaining himself. Does pull out that longbow free, which of course pulls out the stealth as well. Distortion by the Mesmer. Alyssa is going to keep him surviving in this game so far. Brings him down to quite low HP because successful amount of conditions put onto him, and then Torment as well does take them off at just a 10% HP shower 4. Shield 4. The block is going to save the day for Alyssa as well. Who brings out the Distortion. No projectile through that wall is going to heal Max, unfortunately. Wishing that so he would. He's not getting targeted at the moment. He's down and out. Torment. And the rest of the condition damage there is going to bring down Max. And that is going to be 2-2 in what could be one of the closest 1v1 tournaments we've had so far out of the 6. Oh no, it's not 6. It's only been 6, but you know. I didn't know it's no Signet of the Wild. I thought he actually had that. Oh god. What is Lissa gonna be? Max has to stay on the Druid. He has to stay on the Ranger. What is Lissa gonna play next? We have not seen his third class, I don't believe. Oh crap. Uh-oh. $20 gold on NG from Master Fan 2. You're gonna be nice. Be a good boy.
The match starts soon.
Okay. Last game of the ESL 1 versus 1 tournament. This is going to be between Jonaston and Friday for the EU. Who is going to win? I believe it's 2k gems. Fantastic opportunity to win yourself a ton of loot from the gem store, of course. 2k gems is a lot. Second position. Obviously, one of these guys will be going home with 2k, but the other will go home with 800. So it's not a horrible loss. That is for sure. Could be an interesting matchup between Max now and he's still going for Lombo. Could be comfort. There's no Mendes, so you know if it was Mendes, you'd probably give it to the Druid. But it would have been a Mendes scrapper as well, so if I flip for that, it would have been long and drawn out, that's for sure. This now can re-engage with Rocket Charge and does so. Doesn't get the Acid Bomb off though, as the evade comes out from Max. Slash your Avatar Fall. Healing back up. Sustaining as much as possible. Just getting stealth off as well. A tiny bit. No Acid Bomb once again. The Whirl comes out on the Hammer. Resistance to direct damage as the Signet of Stone comes out. Stealth and actually evades a lot of that damage as well. Good job from Max currently. Rocket Charge through that Thunderclap from the Scrapper. It's a good job from Lissa. Oh! Nice barrage of damage there. Doesn't want to obviously shoot through that wall to heal him up. Oh! Oh! Elixir X! And that's probably going to be the winner. Oh no! He's not in the area to hit him. He's just trying to cleave him down. Oh no! He re-engages. He stays on point. He shouldn't have even done that. Oh, he had a little bit of time to get off, but that's going to be the Elixir X that wins that for Lissa. He wins the 1 versus 1 for tournament. Jonaston does take this tournament 3-2 to Friday. Friday came back fantastically well. And that is going to be the end. Congratulations to Lissa, the engineer, or Jonaston / Lissa, who wins this 1v1. And I believe that's the first one I've casted where he has won that tournament. The way this tournament works is much better than the way you're saying, Master Fan. Sorry. That's rubbish. That completely goes against the way the tournament should be working. Because you've got to pick your classes. You can change your build and weapons and stuff. This is definitely more competitive this way, because otherwise you will always just be able to pick the best thing you're on. So this tournament really does cater to even the multi-classes, more so the multi-classes, or the people who can play more than one class, at least 2, quite well. Like 1 at least very well, and then, you know, their second class relatively well. They can be someone. Yeah. Got 40, double the price. Okay, guys and girls, thank you very much for watching this 1 versus 1 tournament. Congratulations again to the guys who got to the top, won themselves some gems. If you didn't next time, make sure that you take part in the tournament next time. You can do that on the ESL Global page. If you type in ESL 1v1, you can actually go straight to the ESL Global page. Sign up for 1v1s and 2v2s. If you get more than 8 2v2 teams, there will be gem prizes. ESL 1v1s are having prizes every week pretty much, because we've got a ton of people. Thanks for the follows today. Thanks for the resubs today. Thanks to the guys coming out and admin in the tournament. We got it up in the end. Hopefully we are trying to get an NA version up, hopefully in the spring. Hopefully, because I think that would be really good. I will be streaming now Guild Wars 2 on probably my Necro, just on some alt play. Just trying to learn that myself, so we will go to my stream next. If you do want to support the stream, I am doing this as a full-time job now. I'm trying to get as many Guild Wars 2 tournaments up as possible. So if you do want to subscribe to the channel, that helps me immensely. We're up to about 60 or so subs as well at the moment. We're up to 65 actually. Okay, I didn't see that one, so thank you for the sub. We're aiming for 100. We obviously get emotes and sound effects and everything else, but during the tournament you will not be able to use them because it's an ESL tournament. Damn it. There will be some kind of professionalism. Anyway, I will be on a very quick break. Thank you for watching again. Go and sign up for the tournament, guys, if you haven't already. Next week's and whatnot will be up as soon as possible. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you very soon. Take it easy. Congratulations again to Jonaston to winning the tournament on Friday for come second. Thanks for your participation. See you soon. And good night all day. I'll be back for my stream very shortly.